Yes, peoples. It's Just Tis here. So for those of you that have been here for a little minute, big ups to you. And you'll know from our prior investigations into the character of Brian Rose, despite the long-winded take on David Icke's doctrine and philosophy that he preaches, we've delved into Brian Rose's character from a long while ago, from the Fuck Brian Rose video here from early April. We have the Real InfoWars continued video there, which delved into a little bit of David Icke's doctrine, but we've looked at the character of this Brian Rose fellow from the very start of when he said that YouTube had banned him, and the very start, just before he'd even announced this digital freedom platform, I think. And we looked at how he clearly isn't an advocate of free speech, from how he attacked my videos in a matter of minutes of them being uploaded. You know, numerous times there was about one view, and after about 1 minute these videos were ripped off the surface of YouTube by the London Real TV company, of which of course I provided evidence and proof for. I'm not a Brian Rose, so I'm still skeptical as to whether YouTube have actually ever banned him. You know, I'm not subscribed to the London Real TV channel, but I don't seem to be able to come onto this platform ever without my video being interrupted by a Brian Rose, without one of these adverts from him coming up, popping on my screen about 5 coins to 5 million, or his next conversation with fucking Dan Pino or whoever else it might be. It's hilarious. So the idea that he's banned from this platform, but I can't get away from him on his platform, and I'm not even subscribed to the channels, on madness. But there we go. This is how these things work in this twisted realm that we dwell in. But yeah, I'm not gonna dwell in the hubris, but it does feel like one of those I told you so moments. So for those of us that have caught this guy from early and seen what it is that he's about from very early on in the beginning of this whole saga, you know, this whole thing started 6 to 8 weeks ago or whatever, and we was there from the very start calling this bullshit out. So it does feel very much like one of those I told you so moments, and it is very, very funny. And if you could see me right now, I've been pissing myself all morning, really, just reading these comments, watching these videos. Because as we can see here, over the last day or so, we can see we're still here. And Vice has become the BBC. My rebuttal to the front page. You can't make this, I don't know. He's got this documentary going on. He's been speaking to this dude about porn and fucking sex magic and ayahuasca again. And fucking spiritually opening and hunting for aliens, you know. It's but if you could see me right now and this morning going through these videos and watching this stuff and looking at the comments on these community posts, it's amazing. There he is, sipping ayahuasca in some fucking South American desert somewhere with some spiritual leaders connecting to some ascended masters like David Icke. This is why them two connect so well, because they both got indoctrinated into the same shit through this. And like I say, if he was just a random businessman that was just a scummy businessman, it'd be calm, yeah? Like, there's plenty of scummy businessmen that we can deal with, but the fact that this guy is going on this whole free speech thing, when that's clearly not the motive here, and the fact that he's coming into the truther community, as it were, or whatever is what the issue is, it's not the fact that he's just a scummy businessman. We know how to spot them. But looking through these this morning, I've been pissing myself the whole time, honestly. I've actually been cracking up so hard. I've been laughing like Ainsley Harriott.
Do you know what?
I've been like Ainsley Harriott all morning, just fucking pissing myself. We're not here to take part, we're here to take over. Oh, let's have a look. I only came for the comments. He knows. They know. Dodgy fella here. Doesn't cost millions to make a website. Who else just here for the comments? We're not here to take part. We're here to take your money. More email harvested. Like, honestly, going through these this morning has been an absolute joy. Rejoice, my people. It seems like everyone has caught up anyway. and has realised, lockdown, your last chance, I can feel it. We only have days left until the world returns back to some semblance of what we knew before as normal. Work will start again, shops will open, and we will gather once again, which means the greatest opportunity of your life is about to come to an end. This has been the most poignant teaching event in the past 100 years, yet some will only see it as a terrible inconvenience. The past 8 weeks has been your golden opportunity to look inwards in capital letters for the answers to your lifelong questions, where they are and always will be. The past 8 weeks has been your chance to become grateful for those being beautiful things in your life you previously took for granted, those 10 fingers you still have, that horrible job, these problems. What? Become grateful for those beautiful things in your life you took for granted, that horrible job, those problems most would. The past 8 weeks of your life has been a gift to you finally understanding that life is happening for you and not to you. That every challenging event is not an opportunity to complain or to get frustrated or to have a drink. My reaction for 30 years, you pisshead Brian. But a chance to grow into the person that you will one day be proud of. So use the next few days to take stock of these lessons that have been laid out for you the past 8 weeks. They will not be obvious at first. They will look like problems, stress, unemployment, toxic relationships, bad diet, poor health, or budding addictions. But each one is actually showing you the path to your own greatness. Meditate on this and then take action. Make 2020 be known forever as the year you finally transformed. And this is the motto of London Real, was transform yourself for long. Some alchemical, fucking twisted, deceptive view of reality, where you now need to be thankful for that horrible job that you had and realise that this shit is actually alright. I don't know what he's saying here, but that's Brian's serious face, seriously telling you something that I don't actually quite understand. I'll probably have to read that again to make any sort of fucking sense of it, if it does even make sense. But yeah, that's his serious face and his out of place weird suit and his fucking Vice article that he's made a video on. And he's going, you can see how he's going out of his way so hard to push this article in our face, like, hey look, we made it. You know, they're saying bad things, but it's not all true, and some of it is true, so I'm just gonna talk about it. Like, he's pushing it in our faces so hard, like, oh, press is good press, guys, you know, they're trying to take me down, and you know, they're a little bit less of a credible news channel than they once were, and so, you know, they're kind of pushing this mainstream narrative of me, you know, they're kind of mixing in lies with truth there about me. This is the disinformation, this is the misinformation, guys. Like, fuck, man, fuck off, Brian, you wrinkly old cunt. Sipping the ayahuasca, some transgender fucking weirdo of a mask gear. Happy birthday, it must have been his birthday. He made £1 million before his 149th birthday, the vampire cunt. Rose Willink, who the fuck is Willink? Oh, that must be the dude that's talking about porn and fucking hunting aliens or something. Weirdos. I'm humbled. 16,000 members of the London Real Army, hashtag London Real Army, worldwide, for our new digital freedom, digital greedom, digital enslavement platform. Oh, the battle we are fighting is no joke. It's so intense. So the ad account from 3 weeks ago, and this looks like what is it, LinkedIn or some shit, I don't know, but there's the proof for there, right? But I've not seen any proof that YouTube has banned any of his shit. I don't know, maybe it's just me being overly skeptical, but as we know now, as you guys know now, as I knew at the start, and as people who've been here with me hard from the start know, you couldn't trust this guy with a fucking, it's ridiculous. But scrolling through this, I've just noticed he appears to have deleted something that I have screenshotted. So it's this: losers focus on I can't even read it, so joke. Losers focus on winners, winners focus on winning. I think I read that right. I fucked it. So it comes from this, the London Real Post. This is from the other day. I don't know. It must have been three days ago, maybe. So it says, last Sunday, May the 10th, an email was sent out to all 27,000 founding members of the Digital Freedom Platform. So you guys are all considered founding members. Stick with me, yeah, and just remember these little things that I point out, because it's critical to how deceptive and fucked up this is. Okay, so the Digital Freedom Platform explained, respect, touch me, Brian. Last Sunday, 10th of May, an email was sent out to all 27,000 founding members of the Digital Freedom Platform and our entire email list of the hashtag London Real Army. So if you're not one of the 27,000 founding members and you just happen to be on this email list, I probably got one of these fucking letters in my junk mail somewhere. Savage. Anyway, explaining the scope of the total funds raised so far, as well as a detailed list of the expenditures for each of the 6 phases. This is the 6-phase breakdown, motherfuckers. You best get with it. This was also posted to our page at www.londonreal.tv /freedom. Sorry, I'm going to keep messing up with this because it's just too funny and my mind is just all over the place. It's done me. Not that anyone actually visits that page, but anyway, perhaps there was confusion, or maybe we're just troll magnets. Either way, this should clear it up. See, maybe there was confusion, or maybe we're just troll magnets. Either way, we should just clear this up. Let me state a few things for the record. If you want to contribute to the building of this platform, please do. I believe that together we can build something stronger than just me alone. So this is Brian personally writing this, supposedly. If you don't want to contribute, then please don't. But don't try to tell me or my supporters what to do. I won't have it, especially on my social channels, which are literally my house. So the Digital Freedom Platform doesn't allow you the freedom to say what you want on it, because Brian won't have it. It's his house. If you want to contribute, then fine. But if you're not saying what he likes you to say, don't tell him how to do stuff. Don't tell him how to do stuff, because he won't have it, especially on his social channels. It's literally his house. So number 2, since I was entrusted with these funds, then only I will be deciding how most intelligently Since I was entrusted with these funds, then only I will be deciding how to most intelligently spend them over the coming months. Motherfuckers, you got no control over this money. I don't want your suggestions. We are preparing for a very, very long battle, so this money will be held on to for a very, very long time. And our opponents literally have billions, while we only have 1 million, you stingy bastards. So we'll be spending this money as frugally, in capitals, so that you know to Google frugally if you didn't know what it meant. As frugally as possible. So when I have free technology options, I will obviously use them, you silly fucks who thought I might be paying for an actual Digital Freedom Platform. I'm going to run it through other already existing free software. Duh. I can't do it. So when I have technology options, I will obviously use them. And when I have to spend my donors' hard-earned money, then I will. So I'm holding on to your money, guys. I'm going to use I have worked in business and tech startups for over 20 years. So guess what, you silly fools? I know what I'm doing, which is why we raise so much. We raise so much because I know what I'm doing and how to raise money and how to spend it frugally and intelligently. And only I know how to do that best. If I wanted to simply make an extra 1 million, then I would sell 300... This is interesting numerology. I would sell 330 of my business accelerator programs at $3,000. I mean, I don't know if that makes $1 million. I'm not too fucking sure. I can't do that maths in my head, but if it does, fair play. But that seems like some funky maths, which I did last month. Oh, he actually did that. So I surely don't need to raise donations to do this, lol. So why not just do it then? If you believe in it, just do it. You don't need to raise donations to do it. Then why are you raising donations? I'm going to stop commenting over this because it's fucking stupid. You guys can comment for yourselves in your brains, I'm sure. If I wanted to simply make an extra $1 million, then I would sell 330 of my business accelerator programs at $3,000 each. I mean, I don't know who buys a business accelerator program for $3,000 from this fucker, but whatever. The point of this platform is that it's a collective effort that is exponentially stronger than one person. But you could make it that without the monetary backing of the London Real Army, your mindless followers that have dished out thousands of pounds to you that definitely more than likely can't afford it more than you yourself can. I'm busy, really busy, broadcasting controversial content every single day and putting our entire business future on the line. My job is not to respond to critics. My job is to take action and trailblaze. My job is to trailblaze. He's such a cringy cunt. I'm busy, really busy. Which, yeah, you might be, but you keep making these fucking dumb videos every day when you're walking outside your office block. So you're not that busy that you don't have time to be making videos. And as we can see here, you've written out this long ass thing about how this is just a response to people like me. This is a response to the haters, quote unquote. I don't hate you, bro. There are people that I do hate with perfect hatred, but I don't hate you necessarily, you know. It's not really that necessarily, but this is a message to the haters that he's clearly spent some time thinking about and then not thought about that hard because he's actually took it off. You know, with me, you don't see me post nothing and take it down, bro. If I said it, I mean it. If I say it, I mean it. And if I post it and I write it, then it's there. You know, something might be ill-informed at times, you know. I'm human. I make mistakes and stuff. And mistakes that I make will be honest mistakes. But this dude, this vampire. I'm busy, really busy, broadcasting controversial content putting our entire business future on the line is definitely, your whole business is based on making this controversial content, apparently. So how you're putting the future of it on the line when that's all it's based around? You know, that's like a mechanic being like, I'm putting my future on the line every day fixing these engines. One of them might break. Like, yeah, but that's what your fucking job is. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? My job is not to respond to critics, but yet I'm going to make this massive post about doing it. My job is to take action and trailblaze. Conor McGregor once said, losers focus on winners, winners focus on winning. What are you doing for the cause? Whining? What are you doing for the cause? Whining? No, I'm breaking shit down, me personally anyway. But who do you follow? Not you. Critics? No. I will be focused on winning. Winning what? What the fuck are we winning here? I'm like the acceptance of this beforehand normal prior lockdown. What are we winning, Brian? It's hilarious. Like the most funny content that I've seen on YouTube ever, probably, but at the same time extremely frustrating because although people are seeing this with Brian Rose and his fraudulent behaviour and the way that he is and the way that he conducts his business, people are still thinking that David Icke is some sort of hero. Like, David Icke isn't aware of what he's doing. You know that half of that money, yeah, from what these people have raised, the hashtag London Real Army, he's paid David Icke a lot of money to come down and do these interviews. David Icke is not a silly man. He knows that there's 1 million people going to watch this and that he's going to raise a lot of money off it, even from the live chat. You think he's travelling from the Isle of Wight or wherever the fuck he's staying, even if he's staying in London. You think he's travelling to the London Real Basement, the hashtag secret bunker. You think he's travelling to the London Real Basement for no funds? No way. Even though he is a shill, even though he is controlled, these people, it's all money. Everything is monetary. The currency of life. He's not moving a muscle for free. Are you stupid? So a lot of that money there already, he doesn't have to disclose to you how much he's spent out of the money already. He has to disclose to you how much he's raised altogether. And that is put in the terms and conditions, which I will try, if you stick with me, to look at in a bit, because we will see more snaky behaviour. But my point is, don't be deceived and think that David Icke is not in on this. You know, watch the hour-long presentation that I give, yeah? It's not a joke. These people know what they push. These people know what they do. There's a reason why Brian Rose doesn't have... Well, not he doesn't have anyone like me on there, because I don't know, but there's a reason why he takes my videos down, and it's not because he loves free speech, and it's not because he's a trailblazer for the truth community. It's because they know what they push, and it's for a reason. They have to take those people who wish to seek truth and realize suddenly, bam, the world is actually not quite what I thought it was. They have to take you and stop you from developing the power to actually transform the way reality is in this realm. You know, in order to continue implementing what it is that they implement, they have to put you into this secondary school of thought that I took a long time to explain yesterday. So please go and watch those, and watch the other investigations. The Fuck Brian Rose video from a month ago, or however, it was like 40 odd days ago, whatever. That video there, the real InfoWars video, you know, we've broke these guys down for a long while now. But it says, losers focus on winners, winners focus on winning. I don't know what that means. I mean, that's Conor McGregor saying, I think. But as you go, this is the comments from that post, which is now deleted. Okay, so from my vigilance and screenshotting of this, you guys now have the enjoyment of viewing a few of these wonderful comments of people waking up to this guy's bullshit behavior and exposure of what he deems as the truth and the censorship of his platform. Ego is the false self. The real self, the watcher, knows nothing of winning or losing. Go on, Lorraine Chilson. No, this isn't about winners or losers. It's about trying to fight a spiritual battle when you are spiritually dead. You fucking know it. It's not a platform. There's no freedom. Just you posting your own content. It is digital though. This is what I mean with the 95% of truth. It is digital. Isn't posting and repeating a Conor McGregor quote focusing on a winner? And I have to go here as well, because he replied, like, screenshotted the reply. Brian Rose is sat. This is what I mean. He actually, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually him that deleted my videos and not one of his workers, because he actually replies to this shit. He says, no. He's like, you just focused on him though. You focused on a champion. Copied and posted his words. It's true. Oh, damn, this dude's character is trash, huh? Lesson to be learned here is don't trust everybody. Or don't trust anybody. Even Trump is betraying us with the vaccines. The best thing all you could do is to look out for yourself only. Now, again, this is a little path that people get led into. Like, don't trust no one at all can be trusted. Look, these certain characters are pushing certain doctrines. All you have to do is to read what these doctrines are that they've pushed for the longest time and discern what it is that these characters are pushing. And if the two match up, then they're chatting shit. It's not really that difficult or that deep. This is what I mean when I'm saying that although it is a deep and complex duality of doctrines, which it is, it's intellectual and complex and intricate in the finer details and small parts, but as a whole, it's pathetically simple. All you have to do is look through. It's just salvation through self, through one's own works and one's own shit, one's own spiritual elevation, to elevate one's own self as God. It's a simple doctrine, and if they're pushing it, you know that they're chatting shit. You know that they're no different to Crowley, Blavatsky, Besant, any of these fools pushing the same stuff. And I'm saying fools in a loose term because they are very intellectual people. But the issue is that they are fed these intellectual pieces of knowledge, and they either seek to deceive us or think that they actually reside on a higher plane than we do, due to them being told by higher celestial beings about these certain anomalies within the doctrines, about this imminent coming of the awakening of humanity. So I don't blame them necessarily, you know. If you sip some ayahuasca and you're sat on a mountain at the top of Peru, bruv, and some fucking spiritual, enlightened, all glowing mad being comes and whips you out of your physical body and fucking transports you through the sky and explains to you the breakdown of how humanity is gonna evolve over time due to our overstanding of our oneness in this one consciousness that you've just been warped into, I don't blame them. But at the same time, it's obvious to discern and easy to discern and simple to discern where these come from, what the doctrine is, and what the effects of the doctrine have been over time. You know, we looked at yesterday, 1914, Annie Besant's speech, talking about after this, there's going to be a mass worldwide peace and brotherhood and evolution of mankind through this great awakening. We've seen the same thing being said through these QAnon fools talking about Trump. Look, even Trump, like, why are you saying even Trump? Like, Trump could have been some sort of savior. You wouldn't have been sucked into that if you'd have just looked at what the wording is that they're saying. The Great Awakening, trust the plan. What blood clot plan are you talk about there? I don't know any plan. There is no plan from no computer called Q that will benefit us, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Trump was never there. Never there. None of these fools have ever been there to save us. The only savior in us is realizing that we come from a one true source of a one true purpose and a one true morality. That's it. That's the only salvation that comes. And realizing that God can manifest himself as man, but man cannot manifest himself as God. That's the intricacy there. And that's it. Simple. So, you know. But back to the humour. The cringe is hard to handle. Goodbye, London Real. It was a pleasure. You can always sign up for job seekers allowance when the ship inevitably sinks. So, to me, it's inevitably sunk, Logan Dukes. I've called it for a long time, and yeah, the cringe is hard to handle. It's funny. It's funny. So for all of you that have gone along with this whole London Real thing, maybe you spent some money and donated to the cause or whatnot. Save your money, yeah? Hold on to your peas, because the currency of life is dictated by other things, other much more important things. And so the utilization of your currency that we're using right now in this realm of reality is it's important, you know? And there's a lot of us out there that put a lot of time into researching and giving you guys a lot of real truth, and a lot of people that end up in a lot of sticky situations with courts and laws and things, and we don't support them, you know. We don't go to stand outside magistrates when people are getting done by the police for filming. We don't donate enough to our own people and our own causes, and we're too quick to part with our hard-earned money for the likes of these characters that profess to be something they're not. These characters that are over-inflated and overly, they're too media trained, you know. He's all in his fucking camera. Hey, did you miss me? Like, fuck off, bro. Don't take any people, like, £1 million. Do you know? Do you have any idea what I would do with £1 million, bro? I would have bought a Bitcoin or a couple Bitcoins, and we'd have some Ukrainian tanks in the fucking Justice Army base, you know? We'd have some serious... But on a real, this is what I'm saying, you know? People have parted with a whole lot of hard-earned money for what? He's already come out and said quite clearly he's deciding what to do with it and how to best frugally spend this P. Not any of you fools who've given him the money, and yet he calls you the 27,000 founding members. You're founding members of an organisation you've got fuck all to do with, no say whatsoever. The digital enslavement platform. This guy's behaviour is disgusting. He's an absolute vampire, and I've been saying it for the longest time. I got a load of shit for saying it. Oh, you fucking hairy wolf man, what are you talking about? Fucking brush your teeth. Oh, fucking, you're just jealous of his platform and that he's getting loads of you. And now what? Well, like I say, I'm not gonna dwell in the hubris and inflate my own ego, but it does feel like one of these I told you so moments, and it is fucking funny. You seem to be focusing a lot on the losers comments for someone justifying how they're a winner, or whoever monitors your stuff. Come on, man, keep it clean, get the ethics in order. We all make mistakes, but doubling down, and I don't think I screenshotted that at all. But yeah, in terms of ethics, you know, these Freemasonic principles and morality, this is all encompassing. This is all I've been talking about this entire time. This is all it's about, and this guy has none. And David Icke, the same, if not less, but veiled much better than Brian Rose manages to. You see, I attacked Brian Rose because it's easy to do so. David Icke, I have to tread a little bit more carefully because people they get a little bit more hurt when they think someone is a lot more truthful, you know, so it's one of those. But yeah, there seems to be a bit more of an emotional attachment when it comes to Mr. Icke, you know, a bit more of a sentimental attitude towards him, as he seems to remain to be the one that's still been speaking truth and not necessarily profiting off of this scheme that's emerged. But yeah, you seem to be focused on a lot of losers. In your reply to my comment, I don't have to explain it. How does that match up with the words on Digital Freedom Platform? With the words Digital Freedom Platform. You said you were going to explain Digital Freedom Platform and spent all the bullet points doing the exact opposite. Absolutely none of the points give any explanation as to what this so-called Digital Freedom Platform is. Straight to the comments, didn't disappoint. This smacks of a childish outburst when a child has been found with their hands in the cookie jar. Exactly. He wrote so much, but said so little. Scammers focus on scamming. Your first rule is literally censorship. Ironic, don't you think? I mean, yeah, you guys can see the comments. Renting streaming services not... Well, Brian, I believed in what you were doing, and as loony as some of David Icke's theories were, I believed he stood for something more, which is freedom of speech, transparent communication between all the... it's bad, it's sad to see, to be honest, but I'm glad people have woke up to this. I just hope people awaken to the doctrine that these teachers are always pushing, and so realise that Icke is also profiting just as much from this, you know? I think this is a bad take. I honestly didn't know anything about the criticism, and now I do. This was clearly addressed to the haters. However, the way it reads, it feels like you're addressing it to your followers. I read the entire post because the title said it was going to explain the Digital Freedom Platform. And yes, to me it's very confusing. You talk about it in a way that seems like it would be obvious, but honestly, I tried to find it and the content seems as though it is on your current website in the same way that all of the content has always been. I'm not hating, but I was excited to read this post because I thought it would address the Digital Freedom Platform in a way that I could understand it. And I was further excited because I thought other people seemed confused also. And I thought it was meant to clear things up. I'm sorry the haters are getting to you. I can see this post as a reaction to that. Oh, how much money do you need this time? 5 million? I mean, look, just pause the video and read these. It's incredible. This one, right? Okay, we will see what you do. Okay, we will see what you do next. Provide evidence of the conversation or notification of YouTube, please. And then the reply. Don't need to, but thanks for coming. You must have been pissed, Brian. You must have been drunk or something. This is madness. This is what I'm saying. I'm skeptical. I don't necessarily believe YouTube has censored shit from him. I'm surprised he's not being sued for libel if that's the case, to be honest. But same ways, you know how these things run. It's a good look for YouTube in a way. Yeah, so they're keeping their platform clean, you know, and it doesn't do them any harm at all. You know, if BitChute and Library and these other platforms haven't taken away any viewership from their platform, then this little scamming prick isn't going to cause any sort of damage to their traffic to their site. So, you know, it fares well for YouTube to look like they're censoring this, and it obviously fares well for Brian Rose, as we can see from this £1 million that he's managed to just absolutely drain from people. So yeah, I feel like this could all be a massive facade. It's highly plausible, you know. It really does favour them both well in the public eye. And I've seen this sort of thing happen loads and loads of times. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sceptical. So we look at this here, London Real Digital Freedom Platform, of the people, by the people, for the people. 233 grand from the last, I don't know how many days, but just from May 2020. So yeah, in the last 20 odd days or whatever. London Real has launched our new digital freedom platform, a censorship-free independent broadcasting system. This is an independent broadcasting system, he describes it, that is of the people, by the people, and for the people, and censorship-free. What a mad claim. What a mad claim. And available exclusively through our website at londonreal.tv to live stream content that will be banned, deleted and censored by the Silicon Valley technology giants, including YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. To show your support of the Digital Freedom Platform, we are offering a number of levels to support us, including... I find it mad interesting how he's attacking, all these channels here, and Vice and HBO and all the affiliations, other than the fact that his platform is claiming to be censorship free, while he's getting a little moody and censoring everyone. It's crazy. Sergeant, a one-off donation of $5. I think this is a month, one-off donation of $25 for a lieutenant, the next grade up. That's a bit of a jump there, 5 to 25. Just quadrupling it every time. Captain, $100. Wear your stripes with pride. Show your support for this freedom of speech with this t-shirt and London Real mug. Major, one-off donation of £250. Wear your stripes with pride. Show your support. T-shirt and a London Real mug for $250. £1,000. Be a major supporter of the platform, even though the actual rank before is called major. You can be a major one with colonel for £1,000. Be a major supporter of the includes all the benefits of captain and major tiers, so you get captain and major t-shirt and mug. So for £1,000 you can get a t-shirt and a mug and be a major supporter of the... What the frick? $5,000. You could literally buy a nice car, but instead be a major supporter of the Digital Freedom Platform.
Do you know what?
If you did this and you find yourself in this video, okay, don't take my laughing as disrespect. All right, just hold on to your money in future and spend it wise. I don't know. I might have some suggestions soon. Who knows? This is it. Look, it automatically selects you for $100 one. Oh my. £81. Incredible. The 6 phases, if you want to see them. I mean, pause this and read these, because it is... Look at all these guys. David Icke isn't even a name on there. Yeah. Blockchain technology. You can just imagine. Look, we're creating a new blockchain platform, and basically every one of you guys that puts in your whole soul will come out with nothing. Okay? Stream banned content from your mobile device. What the fuck? That sounds freaky. Take YouTube to EU court. Force private companies to adhere to basic human rights. That's complete. Okay. I mean, yeah. Seeing how... I don't want to save that. Shit. But yeah. Seeing how this court case might pan out, it's going to be interesting seeing him talk about that some more. Running costs. So yeah, you guys just have a screenshot of this or a little pause of this, and have a good look, because here is the 6-phase stage of the Digital Freedom Platform, the Digital Freedom Platform. Dear founding members of the Digital Freedom Platform and members of the London Real Army only, thank you for stepping up and joining me to fight on the front lines for our most basic fundamental human right, the freedom of speech. Because of your support, we have smashed through our initial fundraising goals and successfully broadcast our 3-hour conversation, Rose Icke Free, on May the 3 to 1366138 unique viewers, spreading our messages of freedom and truth on the largest live stream of a conversation in human history. He makes it sound like, live streams of human conversations have been going on throughout human history, for all of time. But anyways, this is an incredible feat, and only possible because of your sacrifice. I mean, the word in here as well, in terms of this occultic doctrine that I keep speaking of, and these shady characters. This is an incredible feat, and only possible because of your sacrifice and patronage as a member of the London Real Army. I'm not a member. We are deeply moved and grateful for your support. I feel like I'm reading a message that I shouldn't be reading. Now is a critical time as we all bear witness to our civil liberties being eroded every day. We are under attack by dark and powerful forces that oftentimes disguise themselves as governments, regulators, and technology platforms. He's trying to use hiding in plain. I feel like he's like trying to be some mad, controversial, crazy character now. You know, it's going too far. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna use some hiding it in plain sight. See if they clock this. See if they get hold of this, guys. Look, technology platforms. I told him that we're dodgy. But regardless of the enemy, make no mistake, we're in the midst of an information war. Yes, we are. This is a war unlike anything we have ever seen in human history. It doesn't require weapons. It doesn't require armies, except for the London Real Army. And it doesn't result in immediate bloodshed. My Brian Rose voice is getting better. But make no mistake, just because it doesn't resemble the classic version of war, it is nonetheless just as dangerous. And unlike the conflicts of the past, this is a war being waged inside your own living room, inside your electronic devices, and inside your brain. And do you know the best part? You didn't even know it was happening until now. I did though. I did. I forgot. This is straight to the London Real Army. I shouldn't be reading this. I did actually genuinely forget. The recent censorship of London Real is now showing the world that freedom of speech is an anachronism, a concept apparently lost in time that no longer has relevance. Our forefathers would be ashamed. Today, the digital social media platforms are the only modes of mass person-to-person communication, and now they are being systematically co-opted to become tools of censorship, intimidation, discreditation, and misinformation. All of this must stop now, which is why we created the Digital Freedom Platform, a censorship-free, I don't know why I keep saying that, independent broadcasting system that is of the people, by the people, for the people. This is a response. It's literally of Brian Rose, by Brian Rose, for Brian Rose, but this is a response to our content being censored, banned, and deleted by the $1 trillion Silicon Valley behemoths such as YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Dropbox, Vimeo, and many more. Our initial crowdfunding campaign was so if they've been banned by like BitChute, no. Library, no. Fucking hell. Our initial crowdfunding campaign was a massive success, generating over 1 million thanks to the generous donations of over 27,000 of our founding members and true digital patriots. Digital patriots, I love that catchphrase. This made a clear statement to everyone watching that the London Real Army will fight to ensure our human rights are never again compromised. Honestly, never again compromised. Honestly, the scope of donations was completely humbling. I wouldn't have used that word, but talk about the use of expressing the duality. I've never been a man to ask for help. And in the entire, he's so good at it from Madison. In the entire 9-year history of the London Real, I never asked for a single dollar of donation. I will always believe should and could do it alone. The 10-year anniversary of London Real is going to be heavy, dude. Tell you what, if it's an out of lockdown party, boy, plenty of like shirtless dudes and treadmills, and fucking ultimate creation transformation seminars that cost you 70 grand and your soul to enter. But I was wrong. We can only wage this war together. We all know that with greater power comes great responsibility. Is that a fucking Superman quote? It's Spider-Man. He feels that weight on his shoulders like God with the earth. I wake up knowing that every single day I must fight for our collective freedoms, and I take this duty very, very seriously. So seriously that I write YouTube posts in anger and drunken fucking mess and just delete it a couple hours later when I realise I chatted shit. And I also censor everyone's videos. Below I have outlined the expenditure plans for our first round of fundraising broken down into the 5 phases. 5 phases! What the fuck? I've also added an additional... Oh, right, Phase 6 is an ongoing monthly fundraise to allow us to create an entire team of designers, developers, lawyers. He's going to create a team of lawyers. What's he doing? Fucking sending children to university. And publishers to take... What, is he making the Brian Rose book? That was a bit too deep still. I don't believe in playing small. But they're billion-dollar companies, Brian. You can't compete, surely. It doesn't work, and the enemy doesn't. They don't respect it. They don't respect me. I'm smart, and they don't respect me. In order to win this battle, and that is the only option, I plan to build an infrastructure unseen before in a digital new media startup. I totally haven't seen anything, even heard of anything like this. 5-6-5 stage plan. The phases. But let me warn you, this war is not for everyone. It takes courage and strength and trust. So just trust me. Among us, there will be controlled opposition, and I guarantee these forces will be deceptive, divisive, and disrupt again. Look, guys, I'm just telling them to their faces. Shit. So please, I'm asking you to give anything you can to help us continue to deliver this. I can't read anymore. Look here, look at his little face. Look, oh my god. Oh my god. Look again, what is this? What the fuck? I don't know. But as we go, we need to look at this important little bit. If you're gonna pay credit card donations, all these big tabs here, donate now, but you need to press this little thing here. Here we go. So, by clicking the button, donate, you donate. Here is all the terminology, the definitions.
Campaign, the donators, campaign on London Real, fundraiser, funder, any individual company, organisation, trust, or any entity supports campaign that contributed funds, funding, financial contributions, funding goal, $250,000. Funding period.
Intellectual property rights means any and all known or hereafter tangible and intangible rights associated with works of authorship, including but not limited to copyrights and moral rights. Trademark and trade name, right? I mean, you guys can't see my face, but I read moral rights and was like, Trademark and trade name rights and similar rights, trade secret rights and all other intellectual property rights of every kind and nature throughout the universe, and however designated, whether arising by operation of law, contract, license, or otherwise. Blood clot.
So here we go, guys. For those that are confused in his comments, platform. The website londonreal.tv is defined as the platform, so there is no confusion. The platform is London Real TV. That's what we're donating towards, not the Digital Freedom Platform. Total funds raised. User, any person, company, organisation, entity, etc., which registers on London Real TV.
Blah, 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 blah. Any amount of money will help Longscam Limited in reaching its campaign objectives. So again, I've looked at it. I suggest strongly that you guys go to Companies House and look at Longscam Limited and their financial conduct, as it were, and just see if you trust Brian Rose, this ex-banker, in his financial conduct when it comes to Longstem Limited. Remember, Longstem Limited is London Real TV. London Real TV is Longstem Limited. It says that quite clearly here. So yeah, the funding goal and period, the funding goal and the funding, foreign funds, contributions and refunds. Funders may make contributions by different methods. This will include in the payment gateway charges only in respect to the campaign rewards. Longstem Limited offer rewards in the form of tangible items and intangible services to funders. Use of funds. Longstem Limited undertakes to use the funds collected through the Digital Freedom Platform solely for the activities described in the campaign. Campaign completion. Longstem Limited shall make the best efforts to complete the campaign by the deadline specified. Longstem Limited shall at all times engage with and keep the funders updated about the progress of the campaign, including the causes or reasons for any delays. Longstem Limited agrees to receive feedback on the campaign and its updates from the funders, and such feedback would be made available by Longstem Limited at its sole discretion to others subject to relevant data protection circumstances. 9. Campaign refusal/cancellation. Notwithstanding anything in this agreement, Longstem Limited reserves the right at its sole discretion to decide as to who is eligible to use the platform, and reserves the right to change the eligibility criteria at any time. Longstem Limited reserves the absolute right to cancel or refuse any donation at any time, with or without any reason whatsoever. Longstem Limited's other rights. make any changes in its technology platform or services at its sole discretion at any time, without notice or liability. Reject, cancel, interrupt, remove, or suspend the campaign at any time and for any or no reason. Take whatever other action is required to perform and market the platform and the services being offered thereon. What does that mean? Take whatever other action? That just sounds ruthless. Reject anything, you know? They can change anything at its sole discretion at any time without notice or liability. Allow its users to stream, transmit, playback, download, display, feature, distribute, collect, rate campaigns after funding them and otherwise use them. Remove any content from the website that it determines is offensive, unlawful, threatening, defamatory, obscene, or otherwise objectionable, serious censorship, which determination shall be at the sole discretion and absolute discretion of Longstem Limited. Limit or restrict access to all or parts to the platform at any time and without any notice or liability whatsoever. Longstem Limited provides the website on an as-is basis and with no warranties of any kind, whether express, implied or statutory, including but not limited to warranties of merchantability, title, accuracy, non-infringement and ability to raise funds or use funds. Notwithstanding anything in this agreement, Longstem Limited shall not be liable whatsoever to any funder, user or any third party whatsoever for any damage, injury or loss, including but not limited to loss of business, loss of income, indirect, special, incidental, consequential, punitive, exemplary or any other similar loss or damages arising or in relation to the use or misuse of the platform, or any breach of terms or non-performance of obligations under this agreement, or in relation to the campaign, or any other reason whatsoever. Whew. So basically, they can do what they want, censor what they want, cancel what they want, and have absolutely no liability or accountability whatsoever. Mad. So yeah, relating to that last point, I find it important to just note that basically he's setting up to just dip, to just cancel the whole platform and do one with the money. But we can see here with this agreement where it says there's a legal and binding contract between you being an individual or an incorporated or unincorporated legal entity, partnership or otherwise, hereinafter referred to as Longstem Limited. Terms and conditions on a crowdfunding campaign on its londonreal.tv/live. So we've got all these companies within companies and the mentions of you as an individual, incorporated or unincorporated legal entity, partnership or otherwise. The use of these legalese terms to encompass all forms of human entities and the like. Concepts which aren't spoke about much on his platform encapsulate this duality and this doctrine that I speak of perfectly. So yeah, I thought that was a nice little conclusion to round things off with, but I implore you to go and read these terms and conditions for yourself and make sense of it. And I don't know about watching back through his last videos and giving him more traffic to his YouTube channel, because at the end of the day, that's what this whole thing is about. But it's interesting to watch it play out nonetheless, and very amusing for me anyway. So if you found yourself here watching this video, I implore you to go back through and watch the previous investigations that I've done into David Icke, Brian Rose, and the teachings of these two, the Icke and Rose Freemasonic promotion, the little short one. There is the Fuck Brian Rose video from early April. There is the narrative, Real Info Wars continued, and some other very interesting investigations into these characters and their affiliations and associated other personas. So yeah, please, if you find yourself here, I implore you to go and watch these if you haven't done already. But yeah, that's it. To conclude, until next time, I hope everyone is safe and well and strong in the mind and body, staying healthy and positive. And until next time, it's justice, keeping that real shit alive. Peace and love, people. Take care.